The red wave has gone worldwide.
First Sweden, now Italy. The patriot political earthquake continues to upend the politics of Europe as the nationalist populists storm the Italian parliament in an absolute landslide. Now, just to give you a sense of how astonishing of a victory this was, just 4 years ago, at their last national elections, the Brothers of Italy got just 4% of the vote. And by the way, one astute observer recognized that that's the same amount of the vote that Max Bernier got with the People's Party in Canada last national election. So, hey, that should give Canadians some hope there. The Brothers of Italy went from 4% support to upwards of 27% of support in the span of just 4 years. That 27%, of course, is part of this larger right-wing coalition. It's an astonishing surge in popularity, and it was preceded by the extraordinary rise of the Lega Party, or the League, led by Matteo Salvini. Salvini was the trailblazer in all this. Salvini stormed the Italian parliament back in their last election in March of 2018 by pushing the three main political issues that have propelled the nationalist right to victory all over the world: border security, economic security, and cultural security. He became deputy prime minister in a coalition with the populist left party known as Five Star, who, by the way, have imploded. They're a husk of what they used to be just a few years back. But regardless, the Lega Party became hugely popular, and Salvini thought he could force a snap election by leaving the coalition with Five Star. But Five Star just turned around and formed a new coalition with the Social Democrats, even though Five Star promised their supporters they would never have done that. So Five Star paid for that betrayal big time, but the damage was done to Salvini and Lega as well because they were both sidelined. They were pushed out of power due to Salvini's miscalculation. However, what analysts are recognizing is that Salvini was radically successful, moving what's called the Overton window, right? Meaning that Salvini was successful in redefining mainstream Italian opinions on political issues, moving the mainstream opinion radically to the right on issues on identity and culture and immigration. And so Salvini's tenure set the stage for this astonishing blowout that we saw yesterday. But now with the Brothers of Italy taking center stage, who many believe are even more right-wing than Lega, especially on moral and cultural issues. Already they've announced that immigration will be one of their top priorities. Italy's borders will once again be secured. They were secured under the deputy prime ministership of Matteo Salvini for a year and a half when he was in power. Meloni will now go back to those policies that cut immigration, particularly illegal immigration, anywhere from 70 to 90%. There are differing figures, but they all agree that immigration was radically halted during Salvini's tenure. Moreover, abortion and LGBT issues, they're going to have significant pushback in order to revive Italy's demographic implosion. That was a huge issue that Meloni has been addressing on the campaign trail. If Italy does not effectively reverse its population decline, all other political issues are moot.
Wow.
Italy as a people won't exist in a matter of a few decades.
Good Lord.
And of course, Meloni considers.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with Italy's population crisis. I can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, look at the population crisis in this country. We have hundreds of millions of people, right? Look, a lot of people have believed this agenda, this self-serving society, this it's okay to delete your kids society. A lot of people have drunk the Kool-Aid. The reality is that you don't have kids. Okay. Your bloodline ends. Right. Your bloodline ends. There's not a new generation to come up. I'm a Christian. I know that there's an afterlife, and you can't take any of this stuff with you. Heck, even if you're freaking agnostic, you can't take anything with you. But we are far more concerned with our things than creating legacies. Literally, to put this in context, if just Planned Parenthood alone in this country and obviously in other countries as well, if that alone was never a thing, we wouldn't be having a population crisis. Like, I don't think people understand just how many kids have been deleted. Millions upon millions upon millions. So I want to give a big salute to a real woman, Giorgia Meloni. Shout out to you, ma'am. Look, I'm always going to give people their respect, people that have their courage of their conviction. This is incredible stuff. The red wave is global, y'all. The red wave is global. My mom texted me today. She actually sent me this video. Shout out to my mom. Dr. Steve Turley. I never heard of this guy before today. She sent me this video. It's nice to have a mother that's conservative. And she said, Patrick, people are sick. People are fed up. Not just the United States, worldwide. And, I couldn't have said that better myself. She's absolutely right. People are sick and tired. And so what happens is that you get too arrogant. You try to push too much down people's throats, right? It went from being, if you want to get some surgery and try to become a transformer, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Alphabet Gang, right? The T in the Alphabet Gang. It went from, okay, you doing that, and we're supposed to accept you as a people. It went from that to literally these transformers, these girl talking boys and everything saying, if you do not want to have intercourse with the T in the Alphabet Gang, that you are all a bigot and all these hateful. And that's what happens is they always go too far. Evil always goes too far, right? Because it's just the arrogance. So what we're seeing is that people are waking up worldwide. People are getting fed up with this nonsense. And that's why you're seeing the absolute surge. So many people going to the conservative side across many countries. It's freaking amazing.
Of course, the borderline illiterates at CNN couldn't help themselves. They're already pushing the whole Mussolini comparison. I kid you not, the far left freaks over at The Atlantic are even more pathetic. They're claiming that fascism has returned to Italy. I mean, it's so sad seeing political illiterates writing for what were once major news outlets. Now,
they say that golly, man. These progressives, they're saying that here in the United States. They call us. What do they call us? Well, they don't want to include me because I'm black. They don't want to include me because I'm black. I can't be a black conservative, because that doesn't compute in their heads. But they call white conservatives in the United States of America. What they're calling white Christian conservatives in America Christo-fascists. I mean, these people are absolutely dumb.
stupid.
I mean it.
What, are you retarded?
They've lost the plot, man. Honestly, you can't have conversations with these people. They're absolutely brain dead. So, they the left, man, they love to use these buzzwords, right? Like, they love their buzzwords, and the vast majority don't even actually know the definitions of these words they use. They just use them. They just use them, and it means something to them. But us as people with common sense, we understand that words have meaning, and the meaning, their meaning, isn't what these words actually mean. What do they say? Well, they say, you know what? Y'all are nationalists. As if being a nationalist is a bad thing. Y'all, being a nationalist essentially just means that you love your country. Not only do you love your country, that you also want the best for your country. And if another country has to not do as well as your country for your country to do better, that you're okay with that. That's literally human history. That's literally human history. But being a nationalist is a bad thing. Having secure borders is a bad thing. We just heard that that's one of their main talking points in the Conservative Party in Italy is secure borders. Y'all, I feel like I mention it almost every day. Countries have borders. Do not fall into this fallacy that the left preaches where they make it seem like the United States is the only place that have borders. And our borders are being absolutely destroyed as we speak. Yo, you just can't try to step across into another country. Most countries are going to treat you way worse than we do here. Most countries aren't going to ask you if you want to go to Martha's Vineyard. Most countries aren't going to ask you if you want to go to the Big Apple, New York City, right? Most countries aren't going to do that. Most countries aren't going to ask you if you want to go to this nation's capital. You believe that? Can y'all believe that? Imagine coming here illegally, right? And then you get to go to the nation's capital. Boy, this is what a freaking country we're living in. But again, the red wave is here. Not going anywhere. You're going to see more and more and more and more. This is only the beginning. Y'all saw it coming, didn't y'all? I hope y'all did. Things can only go in this direction so long. It's time for the era of strong men. Yep, we're returning. And we're fed up. And mad as hell. Y'all, it's your favorite Texan here, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. God bless.